Here's something that should bother you. There's someone in your industry right now who is less experienced than you, less qualified than you, and honestly, probably less talented than you. And they are winning more business, charging higher rates, and getting called for opportunities you never even hear about. Not because they're better, but because they're visible. Most experts have a visibility problem they don't even know they have. They spent years, sometimes decades, building real skills, real results, and real credibility. And then they wonder why the phone isn't ringing the way it should be. Why they're still having to explain themselves on sales calls, why they're competing on price against people who have a fraction of their experience. Here's the brutal truth. Being great at what you do is not enough anymore. The internet has made it so that people who communicate their expertise best wins, not the person who has the most expertise. Think about that for a second. 73% of decision makers say they trust thought leadership content more than traditional marketing. 58% of buyers choose who they want to work with based on thought leadership before they even get a call. That means the decision is often made before you even open your mouth. So if you're not showing up online consistently, credibly, with a clear point of view, you're losing deals to people who are. Now here's where most people go wrong when they try to fix this. They either do nothing because they don't have time, they don't know where to start, or honestly, they've seen what personal branding looks like online and they don't want to be part of it. And I get it. LinkedIn can feel like a cringe festival. Forced positivity, humble brags, people posting about their morning routines like they just discovered fire. That's not what we're talking about. Or they try to do it themselves. And they post a few times, get inconsistent, burn out, and disappear. Which is actually worse than not posting at all, because it signals to your audience that you can't follow through on things. Or they hire someone for cheap, a freelancer off marketplace or in a different country, and they get generic content that sounds nothing like them, takes forever to produce, and does nothing for their business. I'm sure you've seen a bunch of these posts with no likes. Here's what nobody tells you. The problem isn't that you need more content. The problem is that you need the right system. Because content without strategy is just like noise. And noise doesn't build authority. It just adds to the pile. So what does real authority building actually look like? Let me break it down for you. Step 1, you need clear positioning. Before you post a single piece of content, you need to know exactly who you're talking to, what problem you solve, and why you're the obvious choice over everyone else. Most people skip this. They just start posting, and then they wonder why they have followers, but no clients. Your positioning is foundation. Everything else is built on top of it. Step 2, you need a content engine, not a content calendar. A content calendar is a list of things you're supposed to do. A content engine is a system that produces content from your existing expertise without requiring you to sit down and stare at a blank screen every hour. The best version of this looks like this. You talk, you share your ideas, you have conversations, and someone else turns it into short form video, long form video, LinkedIn posts, podcast clips, and platform native content that goes out consistently every single week. You record once and you repurpose everywhere. Step 3, you need distribution, not just creation. Creating content is only half the battle. The other half is making sure that the right people actually see it. That means understanding platform algorithms, posting cadence, engagement strategy, and how to turn views into conversations, and conversations into clients. Step number 4, you need consistency over time. This is where most people fail. Authority is not built in a week. It's built through showing up week after week with a clear message and a real point of view. The good news, once you have a system, consistency becomes easy. It's the lack of a system that makes everything so hard. Here's what happens when you get this right. You stop chasing clients, you start attracting them. People come to see you already pre-sold on who you are and what you do. Sales calls get a lot shorter because they trust you already. You start getting invited to speak, to collaborate, and opportunities you didn't even know existed start presenting themselves. And here's a stat that should really land. Founders and experts with strong personal brands see 3 to 7 times higher conversion rates compared to traditional marketing. 3 to 7 times. That's not a marginal improvement, that's a completely different business. The people who are winning right now, the ones getting premium clients and speaking gigs, the inbound deals, they don't get lucky, they built a system. They showed up consistently, and they made it impossible to be ignored. And that's exactly what we built at Automated Authority to do. We take your expertise, your ideas, your stories, your point of view, and we turn it into a full content engine that runs every single week without you having to become a full-time content creator. We're talking Hollywood-level production, short-form and long-form video, podcast editing, weekly brand and content drops across every platform that matters, monthly strategy calls, personal brand audits. We work with a small number of clients at a time. And this is intentional because this is a white glove service. Every client gets a dedicated team, a real strategy, and content that actually sounds like them. So if you're an expert, a founder, a leader, or a public figure who's tired of being the best kept secret in your industry, this is your invitation. The link is below. You can apply now, and let's build your authority together. All right, catch you in the next one.